you calling in from, and I prepare to live stream on YouTube as well. Just getting set up. There we are. Brilliant. Okay, welcome here to you all. Thank you for joining us. And yes, today's webinar is about becoming an Aquarian leader, which dropped in for me a couple of weeks ago. I just dropped in, as it does. And this phrase of becoming an Aquarian leader, which is what we are all being prepared for. So as you're all stepping into this space live now or in the replay as well, welcome. So I asked if you could bring along a candle, and for the day that's in it, the 1st of May, and all that incorporates for us all collectively, and for me personally, which is what a lot of what today is about, let us light a candle and invite in. Ooh, look at that. It nearly went out. First attempt has gone out. Oh, it's a sigh. Let's try again. Let's fire this up, everyone. Take 2. Woo, we have fire. Second time lucky. Fire, fire. Love your emojis. And welcome to all of you here as we gather around the Bealtaine bonfire and come to celebrate this time, and also to place our dreams, our fears, our hopes into the Bealtaine fire, to be transmuted, to be transformed, so that all that you desire at this time, 1st of May, 2024, begins and continues to weave into reality for you. So welcome here. I'm going to pop this over there. Not sure if you can see it. Look how sunny it is here. The sun has come finally to Scotland. So my name's Emer Stassen. If you don't know already, I am a sacred storyteller. I am an earth keeper. And let's ground in here to this space first. As you're entering, as you're sharing where you are dialing in from, let's feel our energy individually, collectively, as we gather from all corners of the globe now. And let's take a moment here to place hand on your heart and maybe your stomach area as well. And feel your feet rooted to the ground beneath you, to Mother Earth, Gaia, this beautiful, living, heart-beating, sentient being. And inviting your roots to sink down, down, down into the earth, past the rocks and crystals and caves, caverns, rivers, and animal beings that reside in the darkness of our fertile soils, and connecting with the core of the earth and whatever elemental that is for you. For me, it is golden molten lava. I invite you to wrap your roots around the core if that feels safe for you to do so. So with your out breath, you can release what's ready to go now, and invite in through your in breath that new energy drawn up from the core of our Mother Earth. And as that continues to unfurl, feel the energy flowing up through your form, through your being, and awakening and enlivening the cells within you, so that this energy may flow through your blood, through your veins. And as that continues, connecting in with the crown of your head, just above it, and so that your roots may unfurl into the cosmos, into the sky above, connecting with our cosmic beings, our ancestors, and those who are here to support us on this May Day. So that each one of us become and are the tree of life, the Celtic tree of life, rooted firmly to our earthen roots and cosmic roots. And you can feel the support of this energy now and always, even after today. And I would love to see who is here. Hello, Leslie Ann. Hello, Annabella. Hello, Michelle. Annabella's in London, Michelle in Suffolk, UK. Hello, Colleen in British Columbia, Canada. And Leslie Ann's in the UK. Hello, Bobby from South Carolina in the US. Hello, Anne from Minnesota. Welcome. Hello, Gunnar from Sweden. Maria from Britain. Oh, happy birthday, yes, or happy anniversary, and from Italy. And Anna Barker from Minnesota. And Michelle, yes, loving the lilies, a rebirth is happening. And I love that you noticed that. So I've got my anniversary flowers that my husband got me this morning. He actually went out early, kind of mid-morning, to go get the flowers. So I thought I'd display them here as well. So welcome to you all. So today I will be sharing and speaking about, initially, when I organized this, I felt like I was going to go into the different aspects of my business over the last 7 years. And I had this idea I would write it out and read to all of you to witness and to hold space for the soul of my business. And then this morning I realized actually of course it's much larger than that. And what I'd love to share is, because it is my wedding anniversary and it's the anniversary of my business as well. So I'd like to share first and speak into different aspects of our wedding that was on this day 21 years ago. And then to speak into the birth of my business 7 years ago, and then share about this time of Bealtaine and the beauty of coming into the light of the torch being passed from the Cailleach, from Bridget, from Bowen, to being passed to us via Queen Maebh, who resides over this time of Bealtaine, as we are stepping more fully into the light at this time of year in the Northern Hemisphere. And there was something else. So I'll share about Queen Maebh and her sacred site, which I've just been to recently, one of her sacred sites, which is Rath Maebh, which is Maebh's dwelling, Maebh's fort, which is in the place of the Hill of Tara, a kilometre away from the main part of the Hill of Tara. And while I remember, I've 2 announcements as well to share with you. So the first is that the early bird for the Sacred Storytelling Retreat that's happening in Armagh, which is Northern Ireland, the place of Macha at Navan Fort. The early bird is in operation until midnight tonight. So I'm going to put the link in the chat if you do feel called to join those of us gathering from around the globe again to celebrate, to receive the support from the land, from the stories. I'm co-hosting this with Petra Carroll, who's a shamanic energy healer and lives on the grounds of the Navan Fort, just up the road from these sacred sites. So we'll be holding this retreat in Petra's large back garden in a yurt, a Mongolian yurt. So it's going to be so beautiful and really wonderful to do a lot of healing work on the land and receive that support to activate your soul mission and gifts and your sacred story as well. So I wanted to share that. And the other aspect is a reminder that I also offer one-on-one soul-based coaching sessions to activate your sacred story. So in these times and with the energies of where we are now and the transformational energies that are happening in the astrology as well, it's such a beautiful time. If you do wish to receive support from me, I've got different program packages, options there that are overlit by the different goddesses as well and the different energies. And the recent sessions I've been supporting people through have been so quantum and so deeply embodied, because this is a space where your soul may speak freely, and I hold space for that and gently guide your soul wisdom so that you know the best next step to take and that it already is happening in the way that we work. So announcements done, and let's dive in to the story. Oh, and I love the Tara's sharing married to your mission. Perfect. Yes. Yeah. And yeah, how are you all feeling, by the way? I don't know if I've asked that. How are things for all of you? Because I must say, and if you feel you want to, if you feel comfortable, please do share in the chat. And I'm going to check on YouTube. Hello, Deborah on YouTube from Cape Cod. Lovely to see you here. I spent a lovely holiday in Cape Cod many years ago. Beautiful spot. So yeah, how are you? Because I must say for me, it's been feeling very intense with the energies, the eclipses, and then the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction and all of the shenanigans that's happening in the cosmos and the shenanigans happening on Earth in our human form. So it's been intense. And which is partly why today I felt called to have this as a celebration to remember that feeling of the joy within us and the reminder of our mission and ultimately exploring what is it around becoming an Aquarian leader as we are claiming and saying bye-bye to the Piscean age and hello to the Aquarian age and really embodying that and why we're here. I know these are big topics, but yeah, so I feel like I've been doing a lot of like literally doing spring cleaning around the house, around my desk, spring cleaning on behalf of my business as well. And also physically, there's been a lot releasing and a lot of gunk, to put it nicely. So yeah, Michelle is saying strange, yeah. And we need to have our cup of tea, don't we? Our Zoom cup of tea. I will email you. And Jennifer's so excited to be here with you. Oh, hello, it's that Jennifer. So I must say, so excited to be here with you. It's so good to see you here live, Jennifer. Ah, Annabella, emotional purging. Yeah. Christina, it's been a wild ride, even though I have a variety of tools to journey with, absolutely. And we're being called now to really remember these tools because quite often I need to be reminded. Oh, and love to you from Finland. How is the weather in Finland today? Michelle, I feel we're about to find out why I'm here. A total of surrender. Gorgeous. And that surrender takes such courage as well, doesn't it? And Nicole, a lot of shadow work going on. Hello, Nicole in is that Northern California? CA? Yeah. Tara, Zoom tea and a magic feather duster. I love it, yeah. Yes, beautiful. And Christina, it's sunny and beautiful in Finland. I love it. Yeah. Blessed Bealtaine to you too. Gorgeous, gorgeous. So now that we know how we all are, and I better get on with it because I just see 21 participants, 21 years married, and let's not forget we've got our 8 watching over on YouTube as well. So how are you feeling over on YouTube? So yeah, 2 dates we were given for the place we wanted to get married in, and in Dublin. And we were living in Dublin. I met my husband in Dublin, although he's Scottish. And the 2 dates, there was one in May, one in August. And there was something about the 1st of May that I was like, yes, the 1st of May, that's what it needs to be. And this was before I got into any of, before I learned about the medicine wheel or any of that. It just felt like a really, really beautiful day, beautiful time of year when everything is beginning to blossom. And it's such a tender time, and birds are building their nests, and there's 2 pigeons right outside here that have built their nest and rebuilt it after it was broken up by a magpie. So I've been on magpie guard as well, shooing magpie away. So no offense to you, dear magpie, you have to live here too. Just leave the pigeons alone, okay? Go back to your own nest. Look after your own tree and your own nest. So where was I? 21 years ago was the day. And what was I going to share about that? I've just gone blank from the pigeon energy and the magpie, the pigeon and the magpie energy. So it feels like today Bealtaine is the celebration of the sacred union, of the sacred marriage. So my journey and my personal commitment through my vows, through this celebration and ceremony 21 years ago, is also our commitment, as someone said, that marriage to our mission. I love that, is our commitment to the sacred marriage of self, of all these parts, all these fractals, all these fragments that we are calling home to heal, all these lost soul parts. It's the marriage, the union with ourself, and that sacred union of divine feminine, divine masculine within us as well. And what a day we had 21 years ago. It was such an amazing celebration. And that wonderful feeling of the love, of that commitment, that union, but also having everyone there that we knew that were there for us to celebrate with us was such a gorgeous time. And where we actually got married in the Dublin Mountains is a place that was called Orla Retreat Centre. It was actually an Augustinian place, a retreat place for people to go on spiritual quests, on spiritual retreats. And again, that wasn't yet my journey 21 years ago. But Orla, it's also a female name, but Orla, or means gold. So Orla is the hill of gold. So we got married and we made our vows. We committed to our love for each other and how that would unfold with many twists and turns and ups and downs, as is life, on the hill of gold. So gold for me, for those of you who are new to this channel, is very, very resonant. And I've had experiences of going to the Museum of Archaeology in Dublin and the gold literally calling out to me through the vibrational frequency, humming the golden tune to come home to us, to the sacred, noble, stable elemental, and to come home to the land and the gold of abundance that will nourish and support your journey. So that felt really, really beautiful to remember that, and also the symbology of that, as well as the place of the retreat of the spiritual quest and the gold as well. And what I realized today as I was thinking about this webinar was that myself and my husband, we had already met. We met in 1996 on a computer programming course, which, across the computer. And so we were going out for 7 years before we actually got married. We traveled the world together in that time, worked in Dublin for a while, so had many adventures, and then moved over to Scotland after traveling the world for a year. So 7 is that significant number. And after we got married, then in the next 7 years, we birthed our 3 children in 2005, in 2007, and in 2011. So we made the commitment symbolically, in reality, and then we created and grew our family together, as then we eventually would move here to this house and create this home, this safety nest to raise our family in, this sanctuary of sanctity and craziness and fun, hopefully, as well. So 7 years. And then in the past 7 years, it's been the joy of watching them grow and the ups and downs and challenges with all of that. And our eldest, who's 19 now, has moved to north to university, to Aberdeen, but she does come home as well. We keep her room as a shrine to her, to welcome her home. So then, with all the marriage, the sacred marriage, all that commitment, then my business baby, this is the 7-year anniversary of that. How interesting. And the sacred number, those of you that'll know about numerology and 7, well, for me, I think of the Pleiades and the 7 sisters and the sacredness of that, and then all the different aspects of 7 on Earth as well. But my business baby, and the birthing of that came through many forms, many messages, many messengers, and many seeds that were planted. And ultimately, I realized, after having wonderful years in my last job, which I was there for 7.5 years in the last job, corporate job that I had, and we had so much fun. There were 6 of us working in an office. We had our own office space, and it was like I'd done everything. I'd reached the pinnacle of all that I felt I was to do there. So I knew it was time to step out and go into entrepreneurship. And it took a lot of courage. It took a lot of tiny baby steps to be here now with all of you. So it was, I walked through the revolving door for the final time at the end of April in 2017. And as I walked towards Haymarket in the West End of Edinburgh, where I was working, and the sun was beginning to set, and my heart, and the gold, of course, the gold, and my heart just knew this was the right thing. This was the right step for my soul, for my heart, my mission. So the 1st of May was technically the first day of being an entrepreneur in 2017. And literally that first day, I sat with my new laptop going, what have I done? What have I done? All that joy, all that build up to stepping out. And honestly, I'm like, oh shit, what have I done here? I've left all that behind. I've said goodbye. I've skipped through the revolving door. And now what? So, for those of you who have made significant changes like that in your life, you'll know the feeling. It's the natural feeling. And over the 7 years, the review of 7 years, as I wrote in one of my emails, all the experiences, all the huge quantum leaps externally have all been preparing me internally, preparing to be the Aquarian leaders that I say we all are here now. We are the torch holders, the way showers. I stepped out intentionally without the map. I left the map behind. Bye-bye, map. You can stay there in the corporate world. And I stepped out, maybe foolishly to some, without the map. And I chose to create the spaciousness in my life, to go wander in the woods. And yes, go do the practical stuff as well. And in the beginning, it was like I knew what I didn't want more than I knew what I wanted at the start. So going to different events, meeting people that resonated, that didn't. So it was kind of stop and start in the beginning. But ultimately, here we are. I've done 5 online summits, grown this beautiful tuha, this tribe, and met amazing, amazing people, created and birthed so many different courses and programs, and ran retreats, in-person retreats, where some of you here, we have actually met in person. And when that happens, when our souls meet in person, it's like we shall never be apart again, even if we are physically. So what a journey that has been. And it's 7 years again. So the 7 years has been the birthing of this business. And in the beginning, it was like, this is my business baby, mine. And now, since October, actually, since I ran the retreat in Lendrick Lodge in Scotland, things have really shifted. And in the past couple of months, I've been seeing the visions of my business burning. So it's ironic that the first match didn't light when we went to light the candle. My business baby is burning. So all that building, all that laying of the foundation, all that birthing, it has gone up in flames. And right now I'm at this threshold, this portal of unknown, of stepping into Bealtaine, of the turning of the wheel of the year at this time in the Northern Hemisphere and Samhain in the Southern Hemisphere. And I've had these messages to unplug from everything that you have built and created and everything that you knew. Now, it doesn't mean shutting it all down, or for some, that has been what it's meant. It's releasing the energetic ties, the connections, and placing them into the Bealtaine of fire now. And I invite you to do that. And maybe for some, it's a practice you already do. Unplugging from all these aspects, because the energies have shifted so much. We've got to create the space through our spring cleaning for the new to come in. And I can't say that's easy. It's not easy for me, who likes to birth things and create things and offer them out. And there's also the income stream, the wealth, the money flow, the abundance, the gold. And for me personally, I made that commitment 21 years ago, but really lifetimes and lifetimes ago. And I made that commitment to my business that has its own soul as well. And now the soul of my business wishes to fly free. Bye-bye, business. Fly free and connect with the divine beings that this work, my message, yours too, wishes to connect with. So that the tribe, the Tuha, continues to grow. And that we continue now as Aquarian leaders to co-create, And that's what we are being prepared for. So all the initiations, all the joys, the highs and the lows. Yeah, they might be a pain in the arse at the time. And gosh, there's so much to learn from them, isn't there? And so here I am again at this threshold and celebrating, because we may as well dance at the crossroads, gather round the Bealtaine of fire, as they have done in ancient times and still do now. And as the flames rise higher, at Ishnock actually is where the first fire is lit in the centre of Ireland, the geographic centre. Then all other fires are put out, are quenched. So it's like this darkening before the dawn, as we are releasing and unplugging all that we think we know, and whatever is no longer serving us or holding us back, pulling on our energy. And as that bonfire lights and ignites, then the people arrive with their torches to light from this one fire. And that flame is carried throughout the land of Eru, Ireland and beyond, to ignite the fires across the land. That one flame births all these other flames and brings life to the heart of many. So it's such a beautiful symbology. And I invite you to place your hand on your heart, because this is the sacred heart. This is the eternal flame that burns for each one of us. And I know for me, when I've had these awakenings, particularly my witch awakening in 2020, it was the ignition of the flame of remembrance. So it was fire. It was that fire remembrance elemental. Dance in the fire. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And that reminds me of that poem, to feel the fire within and feed the fire within. Feel the fire within. That was a song, Jennifer. You created the tune to that. Now I'm like, how does it go again? Feed the fire within. I am fire. So I'm going to take a pause for a moment. And can you see the sunlight coming in? Isn't that gorgeous? I had incense burning over there. And yeah, feels like there's beautiful golden sunlight to support this. So I'm going to take a pause on the business front before we step into Bealtaine and Queen Maebh. And I love your comments. So business glasses on, just to look like the Aquarian leader that I am. And even though there's a lot of turmoil in the world, I'm feeling more grounding, calming energy. Thank goodness for bringing that here. Venus, Jupiter, and Uranus are all in Taurus now. Yeah. And Mars has moved as well, as one of my astrology teacher friends has told me. Oh, happy Bealtaine. Thanks, Maria. Anna Barker, Twin Cities, East Metro, Minnesota. Crab apples blossoming. Oh, gorgeous. And robins nesting. Beautiful. Aho, yes. And you're in Chanhassen by Arb. Bluebirds are nesting along the Bluebird Trail. Oh, how gorgeous. A mile from Princess Paisley Park. It sounds gorgeous. Michelle, how romantic. Yeah. Meeting over a computer screen. Yep. That's how it all started. And when you think of gold, you also think of the rainbow. So romantic, yeah. And the Hill of Gold, it actually, Orla looks out over Dublin, out to the sea. So it's such a beautiful viewpoint as well on the height. But it was actually sold. It's no longer a retreat center. It's now a it's a boutique hotel that, yeah, they hold conferences and summits there, and it's gorgeous. I had a tour of it, I know, last year, and oh my goodness, it's absolutely beautiful, beautiful place. And maybe the spot for a retreat in future years. Let's plant the seed here today. And Annabella, yeah, 7, highly symbolic number. And 21 as well. The 21, 3, they're Fibonacci numbers, aren't they? Is 7 a Fibonacci number too? So it really is the divine creation, the weaving of the web. Michelle, something new's unfolding. After all, it's your 7-year anniversary. Yeah. Tara saying beginning feels like stepping into the void. Oh, absolutely does, which is why the community and the tribe is so important. Ooh, Michelle, you've been through the 7 gates with an Anana recently. This feels significant. 7 months since Lendrick Lodge. Yes. Ooh, you're ready for the growth. Wow, co-creating, dancing. In Sweden, we light the fires on the 30th of April. Yeah, I actually think they do here too on the eve. Yeah, and it's called Valborg. Oh, I love that. Love that. You're on fire. We start with torches and everyone throws their torches in the fire as it's lit. Fires are lit throughout the land. I love how it's the same traditions, isn't it? It's the indigenous wisdom. We know about the purifying qualities of the fire and of the coming together around the single elemental. Christina, Ireland is such a beautiful land in so many ways. Oh, you went to the cliffs of Moher. Beautiful. Yeah, very powerful place as well. Yeah. And let us know over on YouTube how you're feeling. Come on, chat with us. A pause because I drew a card this morning, and initially I was drawing it just for myself. And I realized actually it's for our webinar here. It's for all of us. So it's from the Magdalene Mystique, which is a beautiful deck. And the card I drew is called the Loom. The Loom, number 23, which adds to 5. Weave your fate. So for me personally, I'm in the void at the threshold. And wherever you are, it's the reminder to weave your fate because you are the master of your destiny. Focus on what you want to bring into your life. Then let the weaving or handcrafts relax your mind. I love that. This activity will put you in a trance-like state where ideas flow without thought to weave spirit into matter. So there you go, weaving our fate together. Yeah. So what else do you want to know? What else should I share? I mean, there's like books on to be written on the whole journey, either over the last 21 years or the last 7 years of my personal business as well. And this is the time of Bealtaine, where it is about the birthing of the new and the coming into the light and the blossoming and the fertility and the passion as well. And the commitment, the sacred marriage, the sacred union that all starts within. And that was the other thing I meant to say when I stepped into my business. It was becoming a disciple to my own truth and knowing and recognizing what that is. As I began to peel off and dissolve the different masks that I'd been wearing. And this most definitely is an ongoing process to connect with my body, which took a while to actually recognize the sensations within my body and to know what feels true in any moment. And this is the quest for us all, isn't it? This is the question that we're living into. And Bealtaine, at this time, there's much mythology around Bealtaine in the various countries and the various traditions. And Queen Maebh, because I've been to her rath recently by the Hill of Tara, she does reside over this time of Bealtaine in the Celtic wheel that I follow. And she is the one who decides who will be king of the land. Upon the Hill of Tara, at the Leah Fall stone, the stone of destiny. She decides. And about 1 kilometre away from the Hill of Tara, if you've been there, let me know. It's a beautiful sacred place. But to be honest, I've been there 3 times now recently, and only after the 3rd time can I actually say, now I feel the sacredness of this space. It's like I had to release something or connect with the land in a new way, to remember the sacredness of this space. And 1 kilometre down the road is Maebh's Rath. And I went there with a dear friend, Elizabeth Bercovici, actually. Some of you may know her. She came to Dublin and we planted trees together after her epic event that raised money to plant trees for Wolfgang Reforest. So we planted, well, I think this is Elizabeth's story to tell, but we planted a lot of oak trees on that day. And we went to the Hill of Tara as well on another day. So we went to Maebh's Rath and it was empty. There was nobody there because many people probably don't know about it, but it is signposted just on the road and it's a farmer's field. So there's a closed gate, but we climbed over the gate because we had to have tea. We had to have drinks with Maebh, and it's a big field basically, but it's circular. And we found ourselves walking the perimeter. I think we walked anti-clockwise first and maybe clockwise, or I can't remember if we walked once or twice. I think we walked anti-clockwise around the field, around Maebh's Rath. And there's such a sense of power, and you can actually see over to the Hill of Tara from her Rath. So there's something about the divine feminine space, sovereign space on the huge expanse, circular expanse of Queen Maebh's Rath. And that energetically connects and would have, I believe, does connect with the Hill of Tara, the Leah Fall, the crowning of the king, the divine king, on the Hill of Tara as the divine masculine place. And Maebh, there's a whole story, a whole long shenanigans of a story around Maebh and the Thornbow Cúilne, as it's called, the brown bull of Cooley. And I'll leave it to the scholars to share that story. You can look it up. But it was basically about Maebh having sweet bedtime pillow talk with her husband. And they were comparing their wealth in number of cattle, gold, abundance. And they were equal in wealth, other than he had a bull and she didn't. So she set about going to find the finest bull in Ireland that would be stronger, bigger, better than her husband's bull. And it's a whole adventure of highs and lows, births and deaths. And she gets her bull in the end. And where we are hosting the Sacred Storytelling Retreat in Ireland in August at the time of Lunasa, the harvest time, there is a stone. And I think I may have put the picture on the sales page. There is a stone that is said to have the hoof mark of the bull, Maebh's bull. No, I didn't. Oh yeah, the picture is at the very, very end of the website, of the sales page. I'll pop it in the chat again. Just a reminder, the early bird price ends at midnight tonight, UK time, for this retreat if you do want to come and hang out in a Mongolian yurt on these sacred lands. So Queen Maebh and her wrath is associated with royalty, and so is Navan Fort. It's the royal seat of Ulster, and they are connected energetically as well. Oh, yeah. So her, to me, when I think of Maebh and connect with her energy, I do this, and it's the staff that I've been gifted in shamanic journeys. It's the staff of power, but it's not a power to wield over people, as we know. It's the power with oneself and the responsibility that comes with holding the power of the staff and the orb, actually, that was also gifted to me in a shamanic journey, and making the choices for the benefit of all, of the collective, for the benefit of the collective, not just to me. So this staff, I see Maebh as holding and tapping the land and activating and awakening the energies upon the land. And she is the sovereign being, and some connect her as well with the earth and the fertility of the earth. And when the queen is well resourced and provided for, the land too, this is the reflection of the land. Queen Maebh is the archetype of the earth, of her Gaia, her beating heart. And Queen Maebh welcomes us all, for she has a golden chalice to gift to you all now. And she invites you to step into this space, to her wrath, to her circular wrath, and to remember the connection of your souls, the soles of your feet, to the land of Eru in County Meath, the middle province, the 5th province, and this sacred, sacred land. And she invites you as you step upon the land and enter in to her circular wrath, her fort, her dwelling place. You set the intention to be the disciple to your own truth. And to know in every moment and remember what this is and what this feels like within your body. For Queen Maebh reminds you that you are the weaver of your fate, like this card. And to remember the sovereign choice within you in any moment. To choose what path you wish to step upon, that choice of free will. And that as you make your choice, whilst walking the circular wrath of Queen Maebh's, and I'm seeing us all walking there together now, drumming, rattling, singing, chanting in pure honor and reverence to her as a shining one, for she is of the Tuatha Dé Danann, the tribe of the gods. And as you connect with this energy of the land on her wrath, I ask the question, in what way has your journey through work, life, spirit enabled you to become an Aquarian leader now? And in what way are you being called to step in to the full spotlight of your becoming as we are stepping in to the light of the Northern Hemisphere? And at the same time, where there's a bonfire in the center of Maebh's wrath now, you're invited to release what is no longer serving you now. Releasing the heavy, heavy bags that you may have been carrying. And maybe it's layers of clothing that have been weighing you down. Or perhaps it's particular jewelry that is no longer of the right vibration for these Aquarian times. Release it all now into the Bealtaine fire that Queen Maebh has lit for us today at her wrath. And she invites you to step closer and warm your hands on this fire, this eternal flame, as the releasing continues. And you may wish to speak aloud what you wish to release, and now what would you like to have happen now that the releasing and the unplugging can continue to happen. What would you like to have happen now in order to claim your queen? Channeling Queen Maebh, yes. As the May Queen, yes. I love that. What would you like to have happen now to become and be and fully claim the Aquarian leader that you are? For we are all being prepared. We are all creating the space and spaciousness that we need to weave our individual and collective faiths. And Maebh has one last gift for you. It's not her staff, because she holds that close to her, but it's something even more magical. And it is the golden chalice, the golden grail, and she invites you to drink from it. For inside is the magical elixir called mead, M-E-A-D. And this is Maebh's magical elixir with the secret ingredients that some, if they drink too much, become intoxicated. And I invite you to be intoxicated with the joy of life, with the life force energy now that is flowing more freely through you. Now that you have gifted all of this to the bonfire of Bealtaine. For Bealtaine, Bealtaine, means the bright fire or the mouth of the fire. So let the fire gobble it all up and transmute and transform it into that phoenix. The phoenix rises once again. So drink from the golden chalice and allow the elixir to flow down into your mouth. You taste it in your lips. Allow it to flow through you and nourish you and awaken the new codes and the new frequencies of the Aquarian age. Here we are, back again. Because we did, I do believe, make the pact a long, 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 long time ago in another world called Tara, ancient Tara. And I love that we have Tara here. Wow. We made the pact with the wisdom teachings intact in our bodies, in our DNA, that we would return to share them now. And this is for all of us to discern in what way. Is it just by being yourself and showing up, or other creative ways? So welcome home here and enjoy the celebration. For we shall go and feast now as the wedding ceremony is complete. And it's now time to eat and drink and know the abundance that you are. And we invite it all back to life, back online now in ways that support and enhance and enliven our journey. And for me, that mead is like a golden plasma river when I see it. And also it's like cacao, liquid cacao. It's both, and both have come through in shamanic journeys for me as well. So it's that allowing and receiving, which has been a huge thing for me, to receive the goodness that is here and believe that we can claim that now. So receive the animated high frequency of these energies, of the sacred stories, of the messages that I have shared, the words that have come through, the frequency, and how that feels for you. And of course, Maeve is delighted that so many people have come to her Bealtaine party in her home in the Hill of Tara. And also that connection to ancient Tara, this pure, pure planet that's what I call, and many do call, New Earth, that we're co-creating now. And inviting in the Atlantean technologies and codes and all the pure aspects that will serve us and guide us now. So I kind of just went into that. That was the journey. Kind of just went into that journey with Maeve. It was like she couldn't wait any longer. And feel free to stay there and spend time there and commune with the land and be in silence with the land and the heartbeat of these sacred places, and open to receive what wishes to come through. And I would love to read your comments. Love that. Oh, I love that you're all chatting amongst yourselves as well. This is beautiful. There's so many comments. I love it. Thanks, Rachel. Happy Valborg Day. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it's 4 o'clock already. She can talk. Oh yes, she can. Channeling Queen Maebh. Oh yeah. Yes, and I invite you all to do the same. It was kind of like, she's like, okay, stop talking now. Go to my wrath. Rebirth and renewal, yes. Science, the co-creative science between humans and nature. Yes. Oh, and Tara sharing the land is waking as well. Beautiful. And it's such a beautiful symbiotic relationship, isn't it? Annabella, yes. Elizabeth is so lovely. Yes, she is. And we met in person. Which organization you worked on planting trees? So it was Elizabeth Berkovici. She raised money for, they're called Wolfgang Reforest. And they're based in Wicklow in Ireland. And they're reforesting Ireland with the seeds of the virgin forest trees. So they collect in this instance, it was oaks, they collect them from the virgin forest that's nearby and then propagate them. Being in Taurus is such a beauty and a luxury. Yes. Self-worth, abundance, pleasure. Yes. Yes, planting trees. Oh yes, Claire from Tree Sisters, who's yeah, I think she stepped away now, hasn't she? And there's others running that beautiful organization. And I have for some of my summits, I've donated funds to Tree Sisters as well. Empress Emer weaving threads of gold. Oh yes. I like it. Empress is here. Maybe I should get a different kind of cape as well. And so it is. Wow, and Taurus, I felt waves of activating the masses. Oh, yes, yes. Deep gratitude. So beautiful with you in Ireland in spirit, yes. Christina, I open my sacred business fully now. Oh, yes. In the energies of Bealtaine to a new chapter and release all the resistances. Yes. I claim my Aquarius North Node as an Aquarian leader. Oh, that gives me shivers up the back of my neck. Good tingles. Wow. Blessed be. Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Michelle, weaving threads of gold as life unfolds. The scent of May fills the air. Step forward, Queen, a heady gift of love you wear. Flowers woven in your hair. Where have you been? What a poet you are, Michelle. That is gorgeous. Thank you for sharing. Oh, and Annabella says, I love May. It's my birthday month. That's gorgeous. So much gratitude to you too. Thank you. Wish you a wonderful anniversary. Yes, we are going for a meal later on. Actually, it's called the Tea House, which is nearby. So it's Chinese and Thai food. Yum, yum, yum. Gorgeous. Thank you all. Oh, and someone's asked a question. Oh, Maeve's wrath. Is this the word you're saying? Sorry, joined late. Not at all, Julia. And welcome, Julie. Sorry, welcome here. It is, let me see. Have I been putting the link in the wrong place? Yes, I have. I've just been messaging hosts and panelists. So there's the retreat link. And I've been placing it in the wrong place. And there's my sacred storytelling sessions. And it is Maeve. So Maeve can be spelled different ways. M-A-E-B. Maeve's wrath. So it's R-A-T-H. R-A-T-H. So I've sent that to everyone now. Sorry, I was putting the links in the wrong place. Oh, hello on YouTube. Deborah, I am with you, feeling the power of the tribe. Thank you so much. Hello, Mary Canton, letting go and releasing that which no longer serves, allowing the nourishment to flow through among us. Yes, so may it be. Thank you for that. Wow. I love gathering with you all. I'm going to check, is there anything else that I wished to share with you? I am so delighted to share all this. Earlier on, I went for a walk and a peacock butterfly kept flying along with me. And then it came over and flew past here. It hovered by my heart and then flew off to gather nectar. And the peacock is the resurrection symbol, is the symbol of eternal life. And this is the eternity of our souls. And that's why we're here, to develop and nourish and support our souls. So it's so beautiful to read your sacred intentions and what you're releasing. And I invite you to continue doing that and offering that to the Bealtaine fire. And now over the next 6 weeks, we get to really sink in to these Bealtaine energies and continue this process, calling in the support of Queen Maebh and feeling free to go to her circular rath, her fort, her dwelling place, to commune with her some more, to receive the elixir of life, force, energy. So thank you all. And if any of you feel the calling to join us in Ireland in August, please do come and join us. And yeah, we are resurrecting the new earth. We are here now to be the Aquarian leaders and offering our services in so many new and different ways that haven't been done before. And I'm so excited to walk with you all and to eat, drink, and be merry. Yes, the gorgeous butterfly. So thank you. Thank you for turning up on a Wednesday afternoon. And thank you to the sun for shining in Scotland. And yeah, so much love to you all. And we will see you again soon. Loving all your thank yous. And talk soon. And thank you to all of you watching this in the replay as well. Blessings and peace and being of benefit for all. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. And to anyone who is suffering or in places that are not feeling safe right now, we send you so much love and peace and joy. Thank you, and happy Bealtaine. Bye for now. Until next time.